Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in for today's activity video. So today we're going to be focusing on the social aspect of your loved one. So these two activities are going to be pretty simple. You can choose either or both. Again, you don't have to spend, an extensive amount of time doing it. Just a few minutes is fine, whether it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever works for both you and your loved one. Want to make sure that you're enjoying it in the process. So the first activity is going to be what we have pretty much on a daily basis at the center. It's group discussion. Now, group discussion typically varies in terms of, you can get as creative as you want. So you can have a group discussion about perhaps any current events, so any news happening, whether it's here in New York, in the United States, or in different countries or around the world. You can talk about any holidays, any upcoming holidays, perhaps any public figures that, are related to any holidays. You can also talk about the seasons. Springtime, what does, spring, what kind of feelings spring invokes in people, what comes with the season and things of that nature. You can also have like a little reminisce group. So in terms of talking about memories from your loved one's past. So typically if you bring up anything related to their childhood, odds are there, depending on where they are in the memory loss, they'll be able to kind of stir up those memories and talk about perhaps their time growing up with their parents, time that they spent in school with their friends or things of that nature. So you can jog their memory. And typically what I find helpful is to be able to kind of have like a few questions kind of set to the side to kind of get the conversation going, and hopefully it'll engage your loved one to be able to talk at length. So again, it doesn't have to be anything in particular, whatever you feel is relevant to both you and your loved one, and you can discuss it. A little bit more structure to add to it, if you wanted to, you can also perhaps research any poems, whether it's in Spanish or English, very short, brief poems that you can perhaps read to your loved ones, and then just simply get the conversation started as to what, feelings, what memories perhaps that particular poem has for your loved one. Another activity that you can do is, as I said, music is the universal language, and a lot of us, most of us, if not all, connect with music. So you can perhaps select a few tunes that your loved one is familiar with. You can do a sing-along, so you can sing with them, or you can, dance a little bit, listen to it, and then also have a discussion related to the music. A lot of times we have found that with our participants, it evokes a lot of emotions and feelings. Some of our participants even start to cry when we play certain tunes, and it's not because it makes them sad, but it's simply like an expression, the way they express themselves, whether it reminds them of their past, whether it reminds them of their kids, of their childhood, of their parents, or anything like that. So again, with the music, you can get just as creative as the group discussion. You can do the sing-along, then dancing a little bit, and then talking about it, or you can simply do the sing-along, or just the dancing, or just the discussion. It's truly up to you. So I hope you find this helpful. Take care until the next.